Welcome, everyone. My name is Mirthless Mirror, and today we are returning with 7 Days to Die. And I'm glad that you could be here. Today we are doing Blood Moon. Blood Moon Day 91. You guys can see it is just about to start. We ended our last episode right before Blood Moon started, so I guess we are starting with Blood Moon today. So let's make sure that we're ready for that with some extra medical equipment and also some ammunition and some explosives, that kind of stuff. Make sure that we're ready for the oncoming horde. And maybe I should make more. Can I make shotgun AP slugs? Yeah, I can. I can even make a box of them. That's cool. Let's do that. We need more bullet tips. So let's make them. That's what we mine all that lead for. Well, that and bulletproof glass. I don't think I want too much. I don't know what the size is, the stack, but I'm going to assume it's 1,000. Well, actually, I want more. I want some room for more of them. I guess I make them at a workstation. I think I want to switch my food in my general box. I don't know. It might be difficult because then, of course, I'll start reaching into the wrong boxes. Ammunition, please. I just want to put this stuff back. Yeah, I'll bring some vitamins. Let's also bring a learning elixir. We can bring some fort bites. We're out of recog, unfortunately. So I won't worry about that. We'll bring some painkillers. Probably don't need that many. And just in case, we'll bring a splint. Just one. I doubt that we'll need antibiotics. I don't know how hurt I plan on getting, so let's bring a little bit of extra medical equipment and some food. I like to make sure that I have food on Blood Moon because you don't want to be running out of stamina in the middle of a Blood Moon. Maybe it's time to switch to blueberry pies. I guess I really need to make more food. Well, why don't we do that? If we have time before Blood Moon. I heard someone growling. Come on out in the open, zombie. Let's be friends. I guess that's all I need. Hopefully I'm not forgetting something. So I definitely want chili dogs. And I'll come back for the rest of it because I just don't have the room. Oh, I am that much out of wood, huh? I need to get more wood. Wow, I can make a lot of those. Yeah, that's all going to require cans. So why don't we start here? Oh, limiting factor is water, huh? Oh, is that a screamer? I bet it is. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, you sound like you're right behind me, lady. And you screamed too, huh? Well, fine. Hey, don't bang on the wall here. You can just walk around. Nice. And I needed more water too, didn't I? Unfortunately, my bags are getting really full. Did I not start this? Oh, it's not going because I didn't last long enough. That's fine. That's why I brought the coal. I hear you, guy. Cool, I think we're almost there. Heck yeah, my lights look great. Definitely. I'm looking forward to putting more lights in the rest of the space. I think that's my plan after Blood Moon. After I, repair. Then I think I'm going to continue putting lights into the rest of the space, because that is going to be not only a big project, but a really beneficial one. And you know what? I'm not working in here for a moment, so let's put this on 1 minute. That'll save me a bit of gasoline. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. I knew I was forgetting something. I need the repair materials. Cool. Hopefully that does it for me. And these boxes of ammo, they crafted fairly quickly. Maybe I want to make more of those. Great, that should do it. And let's use the last hour before Blood Moon to just make sure things are repaired. Because I don't really do that thorough of a job in repairing the base. Pretty good, pretty good. I also want to make sure my doors are open. I don't want them to get caught on doors. Sometimes they'll attack doors, which is fine. That will be the purpose in the end. But right now, I kind of want them to all be coming right to me. I want the experience. Man, I need a vault door there. It really helps you get down the ladders. Any kind of hatch, of course, will do. Well, I've got a little bit of time left. Why don't I see if this fits? Just because I want to. Okay, so definitely not that one. Too big. Wonder what kind of door I have in mind for that. Alright, well, here we go. Hey, that's a deer. Hey, deer. Move it! It is blood moon. Learning elixirs. This is a quiet party. There you are! Where are your friends? I wonder where they're spawning. Maybe they're having like a really hard time getting to me now that the base is so big. They're like, how do I get to him? Well, through all of the open doors. Let's go looking for him. I bet they're spawning over here, right? I guess not. More greens, please. Maybe bring in some demolishers. Bet you guys could make some real progress with demolishers. And I'd get some great red bags. Some of them are spawning all the way the heck over there. Dang, that guy's tough. More, please. Yeah. Come on up the ladder, friend. You too, buddy. Oh, ho, ho. That hurt. Hey! A little bit of room there, buddy. Oh, you broke my arm, lady? I don't know why you would do that. Well, let's see. Got a splint then. Oh, it's because I forgot to take my vitamins. Got infected too. Well, let's get rid of that infection with some herbal antibiotics. I did think to bring herbal antibiotics, but I was like, I got vitamins, I won't get infected. Then I didn't take the vitamins. Vitamins can't work if you don't take them. This one, please. Thank you. Ow. This way, guys. You're sure to be able to get me in here. This way. Oh, you're too tough. Yeah, right. Scary, glowing orange whites. Definitely don't want to mess with that. Level up! That's what I like to see. It's a bit of leveling up. We're almost a surgeon. So this will be the last time that I break my arm and care. Okay, well I guess I'll always care if I don't have a splint. But as long as a splint is around. Right through here, big guy. Thank you. Whoa, this is a big guy. Oh man. That hurt. I gotta put out a sign. No zombies allowed. Maybe that'll stop him. They'll be like, gee, Jerry, no zombies allowed. Maybe we should just go home. Whoa, buddy. Over here now. This is where I need you guys. It's the most efficient if you just walk right up to my shotgun. Well, come on up, guys. Well, how many more do you think we can get before Blood Moon is over? Whoa, buddy. None of that, please. Whoa, that guy was going in for a second hit. I stood on that guy's head. That was unlikely. Hey lady, I don't want any trouble. Whoa now. Hands off, please. Oh, we're thirsty. Oh no. A deep laceration. That's not nice. That's gonna be my next healing. If you guys just want to fall directly onto my crops and fertilize them, that would be great. Oh, I broke my window. This is why I shouldn't be fighting in here. There you are. I'm excited because now that we're moving steadily into electricity, we'll be able to be putting traps around the base too. So that will help us to kind of clear out the zombies, and we'll kind of pick up on this on the extra experience, you know? We want to get as much experience during Blood Moon as possible. Whoa! That was not kind. Wow, Arlene, you were fast. Hey. I like her moo-moo. Whoops, this is the wrong ladder. One hour, and then Blood Moon will be over. I guess he's dead. We didn't get any birds this time. Oh, we did get a cop, though. Thank you, officer. Whoa, that was a close one. The guy almost blew up everywhere. Alright, there goes our learning elixirs. Hopefully we got what we needed out of them. Oh man, almost out of shotgun shells, and I've hardly used any of my 7.62 rounds. It's just that these shells, they're fairly cheap and so efficient. It's hard to use anything else. Well, that's the end of Blood Moon. Let's clean up. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Whoa. Yeah, I asked for one of you guys earlier. You showed up just at the end to bring me that red bag. I appreciate you. That guy is a true gentleman. Who's growling? Oh well. He'll show up. Okay, so we need more wood as well. Did somebody fall into the walls? All right. Yeah, 99 of 100. We're gonna have a gyrocopter soon. That means I'm gonna have to build a helipad. I didn't know I was ready for a helipad. I haven't even finished the garages yet. Oh, there we go. Gyrocopter to the rescue, flying through the air. Oh good, we found a recog. That's a steel shovel. I guess I'll take that for the parts. And I do want this can of stock. Thank you. My arm is still broken, if you can believe it. Maybe I want to use my upgraded shells now, because I'm producing a lot of them, and I can produce more pretty much whenever I want. Maybe I'll use the... No, we'll keep that open. We'll collect these shotgun shells for my turrets, and I'll start using these. Oh, we still need our steel. Because I need to repair everything that was just damaged by the zombie horde. Which frankly was not much. Which is how I want it to be. You know, let's reduce the amount of repairing we have to do for the base as much as possible. They do really tear up this space, but that's what it's for. It's like a scratching post for cats, you know? They're supposed to destroy it, this part. That's why it's steel. Okay. I might want to make this entire area steel, actually. I don't see any reason not to do that. I don't expect to make this... What's right underneath this? Yeah, I don't expect to do anything with that, so it should be steel. And that would be okay. There. Let's do this part too. Awesome. Now if the cops explode and stuff too, that'll help. I really try to avoid upgrading things to steel. Not only is it really expensive, but oh wow, is it a pain if I need to remove these blocks for some reason. I don't know why they like this spot, but this is why I've also put steel here, because they just really like that spot, despite there being 2 doors on either side here. I may station a gun there at some point. Shoot them off that wall. The problem is it's kind of a wide open area, so it'll be tough to just cover that small area so I don't waste a huge amount of ammo, you know, shooting zombies that are just passing through the courtyard. Because I don't care if they pass through the courtyard. That's what they're supposed to do. What I care about is them hitting that wall. All right, let's make sure that I have my shotgun shells. How much is this? 100? Okay. Stack is 150, right? So, guess that's a good place to start. Let's keep burning. I don't need my forges running at all times, but I do try and keep them running most of the time. Got a lot of work to do with them, you know? So let's keep them burning. And also I can check this as well. Cool. Now we gotta get our wire cutters here. I might take this auto turret. We're gonna need more industrial lights. Okay, I've got to figure out what I want to do with that door so that I can finish that wall. I really do think this is just going to be a closed off wall. I just don't see any reason to have anything there. Except for, like, I don't know, a big painting or something. I suppose I could put more electrical generators along those walls. But I don't know. I could make an additional room downstairs if I wanted to. The lights look good. We do have our turret here, which pretty much covers the whole area for zombies, because we want to make sure to keep zombies off of these generators. So let's light this room now, because that room looks pretty good. And I spend a lot of time in these forge rooms, so might as well start here as far as lights go. Let's see what's going to look best for us. Oh, we're going to have to bring the electricity in somehow. How am I going to bring it in? Let's see, I could put it up on the ceiling. That would be okay with me. Why don't we try somewhere like that first? Wire cutters, please. How far can I get this wire? Okay. Not quite far enough, actually. So maybe I'll put it on this side. Okay, yeah, I should be able to light the room from here. So fluorescent lights would make sense to me, as would industrial lights. Industrial lights don't have as much lighting effect as some of the other ones do. Basic bulb has a lot. And some of them give kind of like more warm tones, and some of them give cooler tones. So I'm going to keep that in mind while designing. This is a space of 5. Well, that's where I would probably put one of the lights. So maybe I need to move my land claim block. Unexpected. Oh, 15. Okay. That means essentially these can match. Well, that's where that wall is. Is it where that wall is? No. It's right here. Yep. So, what if... Oh, I stuck a light there. Yeah, I don't know that it really reaches the floor, right? Yeah, that's that torch. Let's remove that torch. And this one too. That'll help us with the lights a little bit. Yeah, I don't know that, I mean, I'd put more, but I think I want something a little bit more powerful than these industrial lights. Fluorescent lights are okay, especially because they look okay doubled up. But I want to try these basic bulbs first. I can make the basic bulb hanging down like this, of course, but then we'll get those shadows. And I don't think those shadows are very noticeable with all of the lights in the room, but they could be noticeable with less lighting. Okay, so that lights up this area a little bit better. Let's see our fluorescent light. Yeah, I think that one gives me the most lighting. So I'm going to use these. I think they take a while to pick up though, so I want to be careful. I'm just doing that kind of as a test. I won't need all 3, but maybe I want 2, or maybe I just want 1 across here. So this is a block of 3. Oh. Well, maybe I want it like this. Like there. And then I guess I'd put it there. Okay, let's light some of these up and see which ones I like the best. And I think I want to get another one of these in here, at least temporarily. So I don't have to keep coming back into this room. Oh, I guess I don't, because I could use that. But whatever. Okay. Let's try these. So that looks good because essentially those lights are directly over this pathway. Okay. That does look a little more natural though, I think. Okay, well, if I had this one a space of 3 from this wall, this is going to take a while to pick up all of these, but it's better than destroying them because they're way too expensive. So I'm not going to pick all of them up until I'm sure. Because it might not give enough room, one row of lights. Excuse me, may not give enough light in the room. Well, that's not bad. Looks a little better with more light though. It's just such a large room. Well, I don't know that it's that big of a difference actually. So let's pick these up. And we'll start with just these 3. And we'll switch it up if after a while I don't like it. Let me have it. Thank you. Yeah, because I also have to consider this area as well. So this is a space of 4. So maybe I actually want the light to be here. And then this light could be here. And then I could still keep that light there if I want. They might be kind of close together at that point. It's just the thing is I have to be careful about the way it looks from this direction, but also the way that it looks from other directions as well. So that's going to be one of our challenges. So a space of 9 here. A space of 9, that's fantastic. So I could do a double set there. That's a space of 9, and I have a space of 1 here. Thank you. Oh, you guys are coming from underneath the ramp? That's so unnecessary. They won't do that once I build a wall there and everything, you know. The ramp's not really finished. Just like everything else, it's to the point of functionality, and then I've left it for later. Everything is kind of in a constant state of half done. But that's the way it's going to be for a little while. Okay, I'm not hating this. Okay, this one is going to have to be treated as its own space, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is its center. What if I put 2 here? Two big lights in the center. It looks okay. It just, why would I have the most light in the smallest area? Aside from the fact that, you know, I don't have a center here, that's the real reason. It's a space of 2 or a space of 4, and without a real center, I can't just do a simple light bulb down the center of the room because there just isn't a center here. I could put these lights, the industrial lights. I need more of those, by the way, so let's build those. Yeah, maybe we can put some industrial lights along the wall. That might look better. Where are my mechanical parts? There they are. Okay. This is a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, what would happen if I follow this line? Maybe I'll want a hanging light bulb in this room, or several, rather than those fluorescent lights. But I think these fluorescent lights look good. At least this looks good to me. These ones I might be able to remove and replace with hanging light bulbs or lamps or lanterns or something. It might be kind of cool to have it with the workbenches like that. This room is not ready to be lit yet because I'm not really sure what I'm doing with these. I mean, obviously this is going to be a medical bay, but I don't want to start putting lights in until I've really finished the room. So I'll need lights here then. Yep, I need one right where my block is. Okay, well, where am I going to put it? What's underneath here? Well, hang on. Let me see where my other land claim block is. Because I'm not even really sure where my other land claim block is. It's like under here, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this is kind of the end of my base, so maybe I want to move this one. Let's make more. 2 more. Oh, you guys aren't going to show me the bounds? Oh, you are. Okay, good. Yeah, it's kind of a wide space. So I want room for my garage over here, which means I kind of do need it like right here, don't I? They're cheap, so I can just keep removing them. Yeah, I mean, it's barely covering my well. Yeah, and we cover most of the garden. Unfortunately, not all. And I am going to want to be covering more of it. Yeah, I mean, that covers a fair amount. So we'll just put our second block down as a, well, most of it will be wasted space. But we can move it if the base ends up getting larger than we expect. So I think I do kind of want it back over this area. Because really the water garden is the only thing that's not covered. Fine. Looks like I made a good decision the first time. Good thing these things are cheap. Boom. Oops, I put those in the wrong box. But interestingly enough, I went to look for them in that box, as if I knew. So that is the center of the room, but maybe I want them here. Just because then they're right over the boxes, just like on the other side. Because they're only one away from the box, so it's like they're there specifically to light up the box. So maybe I like that. I could probably get away with removing these. I think I'll have enough light still. That's plenty of light, and I don't hate that. These just had to be moved over, right? Because this one, no, this one gets blocked. I see. Technically, I can have another one here. Oh, is that directly over the stair? Do I hate that or like that? I don't like it. But that's okay. I'll probably do a wall light right next to the stair. That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's try there or there. Yeah, that's nice. It's hard to tell which one of these I like better. I think I like this one better. It's a space of 3 up. So really I can't fit another one here. Which means I could put it here and not there. No, I think I like it exactly the way it is. We'll leave it that way and we'll come back to it. Sometimes I say I'll come back to things and then I realize that I like them and then I never return to change them. And sometimes it takes me a little while and I'm like, yeah, I can see why that didn't sit well with me. I can see why I want to remove that. What if I had these lights directly over the workbenches? Just like I do with the storage crates. I could also put them in the center of the room. I guess I just have a lot of options with these particular lights because they don't really have to match over here because we have enough space to where we're like, well, yeah, of course the lights are different. That's a different room. I kind of like that, but it also keeps the room kind of dark. And so I could put them back here. And that looks fine and even natural. Oh, I see. Let's try in the center. Right there. Okay, that's a little off center, but that might look better. Space of 2, space of 1, but it looks like 2 because the staircase goes up. No, I think I liked it with the 4 better. So the thing that you got to be careful with lights is, yes, lights are very important for your room, but ultimately people are not going to be looking at the lights. They're going to be looking at what the light is revealing, the room. And so the lights need to be important, but especially in a game like this where my capacities are limited, I don't want to focus too much on what the lights are going to look like. Because to make them absolutely perfect, And to agonize over that will just take too much effort. And we want to move along so that the room can be made. And I actually like that. So I think I'm going to keep it that way for now. Maybe. That bench is going to get removed. Actually, maybe not. Because this chemistry station doesn't belong here. It's just here for now because the base isn't ready for it. Okay, let's put some lights back here. Okay, that looks cool. Yeah, maybe. I might like all 4 lights there, and I might have liked just the 2, so I'm going to keep the 2 for now. And if I feel like later, hey, this room needs the full-on glare of the 4, then I'll put them back. All right, let's do this wall as well. Okay, I could put them right above the doors. Maybe I'll just have the one. It's not a very long hallway, so maybe it doesn't need a lot of light. I will probably rewire these things to be more logical. I'm just kind of doing it for testing right now. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. I would really like to have a hanging like light bulb there, but there is no center, and that's just, well, what I'm gonna have to live with. That looks logical to me. So maybe I'll just leave it there for now. I feel like there should be a light over here, but it's another space that doesn't have a center. We'll leave it there for now. I might remove it. I like those. I like these. I like those. I like these. And I like those. I like that. That is unknown, and that is unknown. I think I like that one. But let's call it an unknown for now. I suppose alternatively, I could put lights over doors like that. I mean, it looks logical. But I think for now, I won't. So this room, even though it's kind of the heart of the base, I am going to put some more defenses around it because I don't want zombies on my boxes. We have tested over the course of, many blood moons that they just don't attack my boxes. They never have. I think I've repaired them once, and I think that was me. I think I dealt the damage to it. Those of you watching this as a series, you can confirm whether or not that's accurate, but I don't think they've ever attacked these boxes. But I'm still going to put a gun here because if they ever get a wild hair to attack the box, I want to make sure that they get killed. So let's see if a shotgun looks okay here, or if I should put it. Maybe I'll just put it right here. That looks very logical. And then one here as well. Oh, you know what? We're so close. I'm going to need this. No. Maybe I'll just do bars. Nah. Yep. Whoops. There. Now if they ever come down in this area, they'll get shot. And I'm okay with that. Forges don't matter, they're fine. They're not going to get attacked anyway. But I wonder if I want a shotgun in there anyway. Just because, if they were beating on this wall, that'd be no good. But you know what? I've got a concrete wall on the other side of this too. So why would they break that wall? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. There's a lot of concrete there. So I don't expect them to go through that wall. Those shotguns make sense because they cover multiple entrances and my treasures. And really the only thing that would really matter that they destroyed in here, my forges, my boxes, maybe my chemistry stations. That's about it. Anything else can be destroyed. I don't think I really would care very much. And I guess it would be lovely if I could figure out how to protect this area too. Maybe I'll put a shotgun here. Or an SMG. I wonder how much ammo I would end up wasting that way. Because I'm kind of afraid I'd be shooting them through the courtyard. It may be better for me to take the simple solution and just keep repairing this block occasionally when they beat it. It's not like it's important, right? Um, if they break that piece of the wall, nothing collapses. So maybe that's okay. Okay, this place is starting to have a little bit of light. That is awesome. I could set these up on a different circuit. What would it look like if these were on and this was off? Fine. I have no issue with that. But I think I kind of liked that they were on. Yeah. I think I'll just make this all on one circuit. Which this actually might be kind of tough because I'm going to have a lot of different motion sensors because I can enter this area from a lot of different places. So this is going to be a tough one. Well, I definitely want one in this area. If I get it here, I wonder if I'll be able to see myself enter there. Like, could this one cover these three? If I had it here, I'd be covering these two. It'd be too far to cover that door. Well, let's try here then. I just want to test if it will cover it. So connect it to power, please. I want to be able to see maybe like that. All right. So if I walk in here, yep, you see me about there. I guess if I come in right here, it's got a blind spot, which pretty much lasts until I make it to these stations. So that's okay. Let's see if it sees me over here. Not at all. There, now it sees me. Yep, about right here. So that means I could actually put this camera over here because it's only covering these two doors. And then I wouldn't have that blind spot. And this area needs its own camera. I come down this way the most and through these doors because, you know, I'm either coming home on my motorcycle or I'm coming up from here because this is probably my most used entrance. So this would cover both. So let's try that. There. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so essentially it's turning on anytime I enter this door. So that's a good spot. Let's see about here. Yeah, it sees me before I even see it. Bam! Perfect. And how about this ladder? Yep, it sees me before I even see it. Fantastic. So this actually covers quite a bit of the room. but not this area, not the stairs. Because technically I can come down through here too, and I'd want the lights to turn on. So I could put the camera where my shotgun turret is. I'd cover that, and this, and that. This camera makes a lot of sense to me. So let's start here. Does it cover me if I come in through this door? No. I think this is a logical place for it, even though I could put it here. That would cover these two doors just fine. I don't, actually, I guess I do need this hallway covered if I'm going to use that. But I don't really need the hallway covered, right? Because anytime I enter the hallway is through a door. But hey, the more coverage, the better. So why don't we put it over on this wall here? Am I putting them there? Kind of just putting them wherever they make the most sense. We're still just going to use this for testing. We'll wire it properly later. All right, there's no blind spot there anymore. Yep. Yeah, sees me immediately. Okay, so that will turn on my lights if I come in either direction there. This will turn on my lights if I come in either direction here. So that means this area needs to be covered. Because I don't want to have my lights delay until I reach here. I want my lights to turn on immediately. And I need this area covered. And unfortunately, they're in such opposite directions. That means I'm going to need my own camera for each of them. Because, you know, hey, I'd love to put a camera here that just sort of sweeps and turns on the light anytime it sees me, but they don't do that. They remain stationary until they see you. In which case, maybe I could do one here. I wonder if I could cover that stair as well, if I put it here. Probably not. Hey, that's pretty good. It's not perfect. It wouldn't actually turn on until I was here, which isn't great, but it gives me more than that. But does it catch me here? Has a little bit of delay, but not much. Boom, lights would turn on. Okay. That might work. And then I suppose it would make sense to put one down this tunnel so that I can catch this door and this door. I'm not sure if I like it better that way or that way. I think I like it better this way. So about there. I don't need this to cover a lot of this area. So this really should focus mostly on this door. Yeah, we'll start with that. That's going to be kind of tough to wire. So let's do something with it. Those are probably fine the way they are. Yeah. But you know what? It might just help me to start from clean scratch. So there. I wonder if I even need that anymore. Let's see. Yeah, I do. Just, oh, no, I don't. Boom. Wow. Cool. Oh, I need them to connect to a motion detector first. I don't really know which motion detector should start. Maybe that one, and maybe end with that one? I'm not really sure. Which means I actually do need this back. Okay, we're gonna do some floor work. I sometimes make a maintenance tunnel for my electrical wires and that kind of stuff. I did that especially when the wires used to be visible at all times. You know, now they disappear when you put away your wire tool, but in the past they used to be visible always. And so I would build like a subfloor or a subceiling. But now that the wires disappear automatically, I don't feel as much a need to do that. If I start using a lot of these spaces, maybe I'll come in and build a maintenance tunnel. Um, but I think for now, I'll just kind of build a little hole and do what's convenient. That was deeper than I thought. I really went deep there, didn't I? So I wanted to go that deep. And we need a trigger plate. Good, that one's off, and this one is on. Good. Let's connect more to this circuit. So, just to explain it mildly, the trigger plate allows the electrical current to continue through in a different way than an electrical relay does. I don't know that that's FunPimp's intention, the developer. I don't think that's their intention. But it does allow me to create a circuit of motion detectors, and that way, if any of these motion detectors see me, the lights will turn on. If I was using relays, then one specific motion detector would turn on all of the other motion detectors, and otherwise they would be off. So having a circuit of motion detectors really wouldn't be possible that way. But with these trigger plates, that is the case. I can make a circuit of motion detectors. It's just something that I've discovered through testing. But, you know, that being said, let's hope I can get this all to work. Cool. And this one, oh, that one's really far away. Maybe 2 trigger plates? I hope I don't have to go looking for these trigger plates later. Okay, before I commit, I want to see if this even works. There we go, yep. Yep, okay. Foot of the stairs it is. There, now, looks like I do need these are all wrong, but I'll take the electricity up the other way. Anyone else? Actually, let's do it this way. There. Now they're off. Now they're on. Beautiful. See, guys, this camera is turning these on. And this camera is turning them on. Fantastic. Hey, we're starting to get some light. All right, let's change these. We spend a lot of time in this room, so let's do 5 minutes. I actually want these to turn on for zombies too. I don't usually do that. I usually have a circuit that turns on for me and a circuit that turns on for zombies. You know, that saves me more power. But this time around, I think I'm just going to keep it all on one circuit. The lights will turn on for the zombies, and the defenses will turn on for me. So I'll be using a little bit more power, but I think it's going to be minor. It's going to be so minor that I don't think I'm going to notice. And hey, if I notice, well, then that will make this good testing. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes on all of these. Cool. I should have put that one here. That would have been super easy to find. But I'm not going to move it. So I'm probably going to put storage in this area. Excuse me. So I could put this in and make like a storage area for these stairs. That's why I haven't upgraded the bottom of these stairs yet, because I'm just not really sure what I want to do with it. But I've got to do it soon because I'm going to be completing this room. Oh, I love that we have some light in here. How much power am I using? Quite a bit. Oh, and I don't have the guns connected yet. So I probably want my guns. How do I want them connected to the circuit? If I connect them here, I wonder if they'll turn on. Okay, so they do turn on there. I should do a test real quick, which means we're gonna have to go back down to, let's do 3 seconds. This one too. Okay. All 3 of these lights are seeing me, or motion detectors are seeing me right now. That's when that one stops. Okay, so if that one is the only one looking at me, my turret is powered. Okay. I want to turn it off real quick. Okay. Okay, no one's seeing me. This is therefore not powered. That is off. Oh, it is powered. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I was thinking maybe I could connect it just to this motion sensor. That would save me a little bit of power over time. But it doesn't really matter. Good to know that as long as it's connected to the circuit, it'll turn on. But I guess these cameras need to be turned on to zombies as well. That way I turn on that shotgun. And you know what? I think I do want a speaker in here too. If they're getting in this room, I want to know about it. Where are my speakers? I don't have them. Oh, wait. If I have this connected to the same circuit, it's going to turn on when it sees me. Usually I have these things, of course, connected to their own defense circuit, so the speakers turn on if I have zombies in here, and it will warn me that, hey, you got zombies in your generator room, you might want to come in here and clean them out. But seeing as I'm connecting everything to my batteries right now, I'm not going to be able to do the same. Let's just test it. It's just going to make noise for me. I just know it. Yeah. So that means I either need to make my own defense circuit, as I usually do, or not use speakers. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Because the speakers aren't really that important, guys. They're just cool. Okay? I just like the idea. We'll just have to see. Well, why don't we do some painting in here? Since we've got some lights. Actually, let me just make those of wood. I might use them again. Because we're about to paint anyway. Why don't we block off this? I'm doing this so that I can paint the entire surface in here without painting more than I want. You guys will see what I mean in a moment. We'll just do it this way, it'll be easier. This one is already done. This one too, actually. This one is okay too, but I'm just going to do this anyway. Okay, I probably want this room to have different floor? Maybe? Nah, this can be the same floor. I can change my mind if I want to, make it carpet or something. Well, why don't we just try something? I really like their wood flooring. Their oak wood, it looks really nice. This is kind of a work area, so maybe not. Looks nice. But I'm gonna want this forge as something else. Oops, that was a mistake. That was so much paint. I'm gonna have to make some more. Which is chrysanthemum, goldenrod, and water, I believe. So I'm gonna want at least this much space, but probably more. I'm probably gonna want this space here, but we can say that's the minimum. Okay, so I kind of liked that wooden floor. Let's do a small. No? That looks really good too. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Oops. Dang! I thought I had blocked off this area. That's alright. Wow. It's removing all of it. Oh well. I'll paint it the long way then. Maybe I want it like this. So I need at least this much space, I guess. Oh, wow. That looks really cool. Wow. Bougie. I'm not sure where the floor should start, if it should start here or if it should start in here. Not sure. So I'm just gonna do this and we'll fix it later. Fortunately, paint is pretty easy to fix. Okay, so I should be able to paint all of this without painting the whole world? Apparently not. That usually works. I don't know what my problem is. What worked here? There. Okay, that looks nice. Let's see what brick we like best. I like them all. No exaggeration, I think they're all cool. I'm leaning toward the one on the left or the one on the right. Let's start with the one on the right. That does look kind of cool. All right, let's try maybe a corrugated metal here. Okay, maybe not corrugated. A basic metal might be okay. I actually kind of like that. It almost looks like a rug. Oops. Didn't mean to do all of that. Yeah, I like the look of that. Now I just have to decide if I like the basic or the metal wrought iron better. Let's go with the basic for now. Let's start with a blue or purple in here. I think blue is going to make a lot of sense, but let's begin with purple. I might have this whole side be brick. So the reason this chimney is a little big is because I wanted to be able to put extra forges here if I so desired. I think I was going to put them right here and right here. I couldn't decide if I wanted doors here, and frankly, I've really never used them. Or maybe I've used this one once. But this one, I almost always use this. And this one, I might use to go in between this, which is awful convenient. But I could just close it up. And I could even make this chimney a little smaller if I wanted to, but I'd have to break a lot of cement for that. So if I'm going to do that, I want to make sure that I want to do that. I'm just going to paint those boxes for now. Maybe we can do a dry roll cream. Yeah, I like that a little better. Well, that chimney isn't perfect. We'll see what I can do with that chimney. Now that I want to paint it, it kind of changes the ball game. But it won't be a big deal to fix. If I want, I can move this all over to here and shrink the chimney just a tad. And that would, I think, solve my problem. But I'm definitely not going to do that right now. I don't know if I want purple, but I'm going to keep using purple because it should be fairly easy to switch it to blue or yellow or green or whatever I want. Oh. Purple is nice. It's kind of like sedated, you know? Um, let's see about blue. Yeah, the blue looks good too. But if I do the blue, I might want a different brick. Yeah, this brick has similar undertones. The other one had more red in it, so I think it was going better with the purple. This one has more blue in it, so it goes a little better with the blue. So I guess my brick is going to change if I end up going with blue. But you know, I think I kind of liked the purple. I do not remember which brick I was using. Okay, so it's not that one. So it's got to be this one. It's a bit moodier, but I don't know. I like it. Let's get the ceiling. Maybe we'll make that an adobe white. Let's see what it looks like as a cream. I like that a little better, I think. It's a warm tone, or warmer. Cool, this place is starting to shape up. Might be nice to switch out these blocks here with a block that has a trim. It'll take me some time to tear them out, but looks like I'm going to be making some reconstruction choices to this chimney anyway. Because now I've gotten to day 93 and I haven't desired 6 forges yet. I'm starting to suspect that I may not. Yeah, I might make a separate defense circuit, maybe 2. Because it would be nice to have speakers in here. And I suppose this water garden is going to end up getting lit next. And I also need to figure out what I'm going to do with this garage door, because obviously I have space in here for a powered door. The 5x3, either the wooden or the steel. But the problem is that means I'm going to have to open it with a switch or a camera. And I could just do a roll-up door, 5x4. So that would be like that. And a roll-up door might be nice because, frankly, let's say my electricity went out, like I ran out of power, ran out of gasoline, I can still open that door. And I'm not trapped out of my own generator room. Let's see if that door is going to fit. Oh, I don't have any. Well, let's make some. Like 3. So here's my downside to making separate generators for my defense is I'm going to have to bring more wires in, which means I'm going to need more space for relays. And that's fine. It's just after a little while, relays start kind of clogging up one's walls. I'm not going to worry about putting a gun in this room, but if I do, it's going to be right here. I can make shotgun turrets, right? Yeah. It only cost me 4 parts. Yeah, and I got plenty. So they're not really that expensive. So if I put 1 in there, 2 in here, none in here, because I don't care if they attack in here. And here as well. I don't think I'll need any. Okay. Well, I am starting to like these, so let's see if vault hatches work on that. I think mechanical parts? Unless I already have some. No. I'm gonna need at least 2. Yeah. So the reason I haven't filled in those windows yet is because I might end up filling in the mountain. Oh, I left my cement. Oh, I have 1 point. I want surgeon. Heck yeah, no more broken limbs for me. So I didn't do switches. This one has a switch, and I like that. But I didn't do that in this room. And maybe I won't, because frankly, I often do the switches because I think they're cool. I mean, how cool is that? But frankly, I hardly ever use them. And so maybe I won't worry about that so much. But this place is starting to look like a home base now that we're painting and now that we have like lights. I'm really excited for the growth that's happening, and we're going to keep doing more in the next episode. But this marks the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining me on the 7 Days to Die journey. I am having so much fun, and I hope that you are too. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that I can interact with you guys during the journey. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.